Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We have quite something today. It's this incredible stack of source material, basically, a 2-week roadmap, super dense, full of interconnected spoilers for, well, one of the biggest U.S. soap operas out there.
Yeah, it covers September 29th right through to October 10th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to keep up with everything going down in Salem, this is it. This is your guide, fully contextualized to all the major character turns, the plot explosions that are heading your way.
And our goal here really is just to distill it all down, because this 2-week chunk, it acts like this high pressure cooker, forcing secrets out into the open, sometimes literally thanks to a huge blackout we'll get into.
Right.
And it's setting up some pretty catastrophic events for the fall season. We're tracking how these secret identities collide, like Kat's whole ISA thing. Then there's the really deep psychological stuff going on with the Black family, especially young Rachel. And that ties into this whole tangled, just heartbreaking mess around the baby Tesoro adoption.
It really feels like a period where everything is just breaking down. Structurally, I mean. You've got secrets exploding at the corporate level, then down at the college level, and right inside people's homes. It's everywhere.
Before we dive right in, maybe we should quickly define some key terms the sources keep hitting.
Good idea. Okay, first, Kat, she's working undercover for the ISA, that's the International Security Agency. Basically, the show's big spy organization. That's crucial context for her actions.
Definitely. And then there's Rachel Black. Her behavior is escalating so badly that the sources mention she's heading for the Baby Bayview wing.
Which sounds like, we can infer, some kind of specialized place for kids,
Yeah.
right? Like a treatment center or behavioral health facility. Yeah. It signals this isn't just acting out.
Exactly. It's serious. And finally, the Queen of the Night thing. When Marlena has nightmares about that, it's tapping into her historical demonic possession trauma. It's like her deepest, oldest fear bubbling up.
Got it. So those are the background pressures.
And understanding those is really key because, like I said, they all just explode when the lights go out. Classic soap opera physics, right? Crisis forces confession.
Yeah. Crisis equals confession. I like that.
So let's jump into part 1, the blackout. This is where forced intimacy and relationship crossroads really define September 29th and 30th.
Okay, let's unpack that. Monday, September 29th, boom, power outage hit Salem. And instead of, everyone just grabbing a beer at the pub by candlelight.
Which they might still do.
True. But the immediate drama is it creates these perfect, almost claustrophobic setups for really deep emotional confrontations. And the first big one, E.J. DiMera and Belle Black, stuck together in an elevator that's not working.
And that physical entrapment, it's totally symbolic, isn't it? It just strips away all the usual layers, the corporate posturing, the social niceties. There's just two people in a box.
And E.J. being E.J.
Oh, yeah. He sees the opportunity immediately. He doesn't waste time worrying about the dark. He goes for what the source material actually calls a human conversation.
Which, let's be real, with E.J. usually means manipulation, right? Leveraging the crisis.
Pretty much. It's a standard operating procedure. Use the moment.
So what does this human conversation actually involve?
The big one. The classic grand soap opera confession. He just lays it all out there, tells her he is still very much in love with her.
Wow. Just like that.
He's banking on it, right? The closeness, the heightened emotion of the crisis, hoping it'll just break down her defenses.
But does it work? Because Belle's been down this road with E.J. before. Many times.
It seems like this time, his timing's off, maybe? Or maybe Belle's just stronger now, more resolved. By Tuesday the 30th, the sources are clear. Belle sticks to her guns, flat out rejects him.
Okay, so rejection. But what's interesting you mentioned is why she rejects him. It's not just, oh, E.J., we're toxic.
Exactly. That's the fascinating part. It's not purely emotional. It's driven by principle and, importantly, by money, finance.
So explain that. How does finance play into it?
Her main concern, the thing she voices, is this huge donation. A legacy donation her father, John Black, left for the hospital. A major charitable fund.
Okay.
And now, guess who controls it? It's fallen right into E.J.'s awful hands, as the source puts it.
So for Belle, it's not just about E.J. the ex-lover. It's E.J. the corporate shark controlling her father's legacy.
Precisely. She can't separate the two E.J.'s. The money represents John's values, his goodness, and in her eyes, E.J. has completely corrupted that trust by getting control of it. So his romantic timing now, she just sees it as another cynical play, another transaction.
That makes so much sense. And the source adds this amazing, almost funny detail for the rejection.
Oh, yeah, the Taylor Swift line.
Belle might actually quote Taylor Swift at him, just deliver the final word. We are never, ever, ever getting back together.
It's perfect. Such a modern pop culture slapdown within this, very traditional soap opera drama. It really underlines how final she wants this to be, even though we all know they'll probably be back in each other's orbit next month.
Probably. It's Salem.
That kind of reference just grounds it, though. Makes it feel current. But look, while they're stuck, the blackout is also pushing other couples, Chad and Kat, for instance. They actually use the darkness for this really romantic moment.
Okay.
Yeah, they affirm their decision to finally go public, to commit. Chad tells her, there's no going back, we're doing this, we're in it. Sounds pretty definitive, right?
It sounds definitive, like postcard perfect moment. But we know Kat's secret.
Exactly. We know better. This big commitment, it's immediately undermined by that hidden agenda we talked about. That romantic moment is basically a structural time bomb waiting to go off.
Because she's Ice. And that mission is running parallel to her falling in love with Chad.
And this is where the danger really starts to surface. We find out that on Friday, October 3rd, Kat and Gwen are catching up. Just chatting, right?
Or is it just chatting?
Well, the sources say Kat's asking sly questions, specifically about remodeling plans. Now, why would she do that?
Okay, wait. Remodeling plans.
An ISA agent, someone trained in observation and espionage, would know if you compare construction blueprints to the actual physical space.
They wouldn't match if something secret was built.
Bingo. The mismatch points straight to a hidden installation, a super secret science lab, as the source calls it.
Oh, wow.
So if Kat pushes too hard with these questions, if Gwen or someone else gets suspicious, her ISA cover could be blown. Probably in week 2, the sources suggest. And that turns Chad's heartfelt commitment into, extreme danger for both of them.
So the foundation of their we're in it moment is literally a lie that could get them killed. Yikes.
The drama's baked right in. Yeah.
Okay, speaking of relationships in crisis during the blackout, Xander and Sarah, they're also making, let's call it progress on the 30th.
Yeah, progress is one word for it. They've been talking about couples therapy, trying to work through their massive issues, and then the blackout hits, and, impulse takes over. They hit the sheets, and the sources immediately flag this, question the sincerity. Sarah herself voices it. She asks Xander if this intimacy is too soon.
Given everything they've been through.
Yeah, right. They have deep differences, tons of relationship baggage. So this isn't just like standard makeup sex after a fight. It's happening right when they're supposed to be starting therapy.
So the question is this a real step towards healing, or is it just falling back into old patterns? Physical comfort instead of doing the hard work.
That's exactly the tension. Is it beneficial for their therapy, or is it just a one-time hit it and quit it kind of relapse that actually undermines the whole process?
It really highlights their core issue, doesn't it? Using the physical connection to avoid dealing with the fundamental problems.
Absolutely. And elsewhere, you've got other people physically trapped by this blackout. Leo is helping Gwen. Apparently, she might be stuck in that secret lab area, or maybe the construction zone around it. The sources suggest maybe the key cards stopped working. Automated locks failing during the power outage. So she's literally trapped in the secret space.
That's convenient for Leo to be there.
Isn't it always? And we also get a really crucial check-in with some of the veterans. Susan Banks, she's like the show's spiritual compass, or maybe it's weird weather vane.
Yeah.
She visits Marlena. They're stuck in the dark together, and they have a really serious chat. The context points straight towards Marlena having to confront her deepest trauma.
The Queen of the Night stuff.
Exactly. Susan is likely pushing her, saying, you need to deal with these disturbing nightmares about the possession. The blackout basically forces everyone to stop running, psychologically. Makes them face their demons. It's a powerful catalyst across the board.
Okay, so the blackout really did just detonate a whole bunch of personal storylines. Confessions, commitments, crises.
But now we have to pivot. Because while all that's happening, maybe the most devastating drama is unfolding around the Black family's generational trauma and this terrifying baby Tesoro mystery.
Right. This feels like the emotional core of these 2 weeks.
And what's really crucial to see here is the chain reaction, the secrets and the long-running feuds between the adults. They're directly manifesting as severe psychological trauma in the kids. And Rachel Black is ground zero right now.
Her downward spiral kicks off immediately, doesn't it? Yep. September 29th, right in the middle of the blackout chaos. The sources say she completely stuns little Thomas DiMera.
Yeah, and this isn't framed as just kids bickering. It's presented as the definite starting point, the catalyst for her public breakdown.
It's serious enough that it forces an adult intervention right away.
Immediately. Julie Williams steps in. She has to deal with Thomas, who's obviously upset, and she plans on giving Rachel a serious talking to.
But it sounds like it's already past the point of a simple talking to.
Way past it. The prognosis the sources give for Rachel is grim. She's going darker than ever. And she's expected, eventually, to exit the main canvas to spend time at the Baby Bayview wing.
Which we established means a high-level youth treatment facility.
Right. This isn't just bad behavior anymore. It's a profound mental health crisis. And you can draw a straight line from the instability and secrets swirling around her parents directly to this.
And the tragedy spreads, right? It hits her cousin, Thomas, too.
Instantly. By Friday, October 3rd, Chad is deeply worried about his own son. He's scared about Rachel's negative influence or maybe even outright harm, given how erratic her behavior is becoming. It shows just how fast that trauma ripples through the family network.
God, that's heavy. And while Rachel is spiraling down, another family tragedy is hitting Johnny DiMera and Chanel Dupree. The adoption crisis.
Ugh, this one is just brutal. Because they had done everything by the book. They were so excited, buying a crib, digging out baby onesies. They were completely invested, thinking they were just about to get baby Tesoro. Or Baby Tordo. The sources seem to use both names for the firehouse baby.
That initial joy just makes the crash so much harder.
Exponentially harder. On Wednesday, October 1st, social services drops the bomb, the news that just changes everything. The birth mother apparently sent this scathing email.
Scathing. What did it say?
Explicitly stating that Johnny and Chanel should not be allowed to adopt the baby. Period.
Wow. Not just, I changed my mind, but actively torpedoing them specifically.
Exactly. Notice how targeted it is. It's not just a bureaucratic snag. It's a harsh, personal, absolute no, delivered in a way that seems designed to inflict maximum pain.
And the impact.
Immediate and devastating. By Thursday, October 2nd, Chanel is described as completely heartbroken. The adoption failure is confirmed. Their dream isn't just gone. It feels like it's been cruelly snatched away and stomped on.
Precisely. This terrible news for them actually deepens the other mystery, right? The baby's actual parentage.
Precisely. This story ties directly back to Tate Black's complicated situation. Remember, on October 1st, Kayla Brady delivers some news that absolutely shocks Brady.
Brady Kate's dead.
Okay. And the speculation swirling around that news is pretty specific. It might be a DNA test result, a result showing Tate is not the biological father of baby Tesoro Torto after all.
Whoa. Okay, that would change everything. It unravels the whole story they thought they knew.
Completely. And it would immediately reopen the investigation into who the father is.
And is that what happens?
Looks like it. In week 2, Steve Johnson and Brady Black apparently shift into full detective mode. They start talking about a new mystery, determined to find answers about the baby because of what they call the strange timeline.
Strange timeline, meaning...
Meaning the dates just don't add up if Tate is supposed to be the father, the conception, the birth. Something's off.
Okay, so if Tate's out,
Yeah.
who are they looking at?
This is where it gets really interesting and connects everything. The source material strongly suggests they start thinking about getting another DNA test. This time, checking the baby's DNA against Sophia Choi.
Sophia, the girl from the dorms.
Yeah.
The one causing trouble for Tate and Holly.
The very same. This is the crucial link, the adoption crisis that's tearing Johnny and Chanel apart. Suddenly, it might be directly connected to Sophia, the person who is simultaneously blowing up relationships over at the university.
So Brady starts digging into Sophia's past regarding a baby.
Seems like it. The sources say Brady presses for more information about Sophia's baby in week 2. It confirms that these two plot lines, the adoption heartbreak and the college drama, are about to collide. And the deeper Brady digs about the baby, the more dangerous Sophia likely becomes.
Okay, that leads us perfectly into part 3 then. Sophia's deception, fire, and career sabotage. This sounds like where things get really nasty.
Oh, yeah. This is where we see just cold, calculated cruelty. A scheme designed to wreck 2 relationships, maybe 2 careers, all at once, and it ends with actual arson.
She's playing for keeps.
Absolutely. She's playing 3-dimensional chess with people's emotions. Her plan starts gaining steam right away, October 1st. Holly Jonas rejects Tate again, tells him she won't be part of a love triangle with him and Sophia.
Which ironically probably gives Sophia exactly the opening she wanted.
Totally clears the field for her, allows her to move to phase 2.
Yeah.
Just pure destructive sabotage aimed squarely at Holly.
And how does she execute that? What happens on October 2nd?
It's like a villainy masterclass. The deception is layered. First, Sophia allegedly doctors Holly's drink. gets her drunk, makes her pass out.
So Holly's vulnerable, incapacitated.
But exactly. And while Holly's out, Sophia takes what the sources call inappropriate photos, explicitly termed naughty photos.
Oh no, that's horrifying.
And she doesn't just keep them, she weaponizes them immediately. The delivery method is chosen for maximum impact, maximum destruction.
Oh.
She sends these compromising pictures via text message, directly to Johnny DiMera's phone.
Johnny, Chanel's husband. Why him?
Think about it. The intent is crystal clear. Frame Holly, make it look like she sent them, create the illusion of infidelity or some inappropriate advance. It's designed to permanently wreck both couples, Chanel and Johnny's marriage and Tate and Holly's relationship. It's a 4 birds with 1 stone kind of evil plan, rooted in drugging someone and violating them.
That is unbelievably cruel.
So then there's a fire.
And then, as if that wasn't enough chaos, literal fire, the dorms catch fire, described simply as pretty problematic. Understatement of the year, probably. What causes it?
This is key to understanding Sophia's ongoing manipulation. Holly, in her drunken state, the state Sophia put her in, accidentally knocks over a candle.
So Holly technically caused the fire, but Sophia's the root cause.
Precisely. But who takes the blame? Holly. This accident leads to Maggie Horton giving Holly some tough love. And this whole chain reaction apparently throws Sophia into a panic on Thursday. Maybe she realizes things spiraled further than even she intended.
And the consequences for Holly, besides the tough love.
The physical damage immediately turns into potential academic and legal trouble. Questions pop up right away. Will Holly get disciplined by the university? Will she be kicked out of the dorms, all because she was drugged and framed? The victim is now facing the punishment.
Meanwhile, Tate and Holly's relationship is imploding.
Completely. On that same day, October 2nd, Tate ends up talking to his dad, Brady, over at the dorms. He tells Brady that Holly broke up with him and that she even punched him.
Punched him? Well,
because she found Sophia in Tate's room, Holly immediately assumes the worst, that they slept together. The sources clarify, no, they were just making out. But the reason Tate was even engaging with Sophia, the underlying issue, he was still desperate for information about the adoption, the baby mystery.
The thing Holly told him to let go of.
Exactly. Holly told him to just let it go, focus on them. But Tate couldn't. His inability to prioritize Holly over that mystery is the real vulnerability Sophia exploited. That's the deeper failure.
And Sophia's plan? Does it keep working into week 2?
Oh, it looks like a roaring success, unfortunately. Chanel and Johnny's marriage is obviously severely rocked by those texts from Holly, but the fallout for Johnny might get even worse, professionally.
How so?
The speculation is pretty specific. Sophia will somehow make sure the school administration finds out about the photos, maybe connects it to the fire incident too, and the potential consequence. Johnny could lose his job as a professor.
Wow. She's not just trying to break them up. She's trying to destroy his entire life, his career, his marriage.
It's total annihilation she seems to be aiming for. Not just petty revenge or getting the guy. It's calculated malice on a whole different level.
That is intense. Okay, so that level of conflict leads us into part 4. Deals, conflict, and the return of a bad guy. We're shifting focus a bit here.
Yeah, moving more into the professional and institutional spheres. And also some family drama with a potentially dangerous returnee, setting up longer-term trouble for the Horton and Johnson family.
Okay, what's the first domino?
October 1st, we see Stephanie Johnson cutting a deal with E.J. DiMera.
Stephanie and E.J., that sounds complicated. Any deal with E.J. usually comes with strings attached, massive ones.
Always. And the context here, it's believed, is tied to the upcoming Tom Horton Free Clinic opening gala.
The big anniversary event. I heard about that. Scheduled for November for the show's 60th anniversary. Supposedly lots of returning cast members.
That's the one. So Stephanie's deal with EJ is likely about securing the funding or maybe the political backing, something essential for this huge, very public legacy event. She's basically making a deal with the devil for a good cause.
A necessary evil, perhaps. Okay. Then what happens?
Then, on Friday, October 3rd, we get a Horton family homecoming. Julie Williams is happy, welcoming someone back.
Sounds nice. But your tone suggests maybe it's not.
Yeah, brace yourself. The person returning is Jeremy Horton, and the sources don't mince words. He is described explicitly as a supremely bad guy.
A supremely bad guy. Okay, not just trouble, not misunderstood, bad.
Bad. And the fact that he's been recast with a new actor, Michael Rohr, who apparently fits the hunky trouble mold, suggests this isn't just a quick visit. He's probably back to stir things up long term.
We need to unpack that phrase, supremely bad guy, in soap terms. What does that usually mean?
It usually means a potent combination of charm, intelligence, cunning, and an inherently destructive nature. He's not just going to be a minor annoyance. He's likely a destabilizing force, designed specifically to wreck existing relationships and plans.
And his arrival immediately affects Stephanie.
Puts her right on edge. She's already stressed, juggling the gala planning, her job. On that same Friday, October 3rd, she confides in Alex Kyriakis.
Okay, they're getting closer.
Seems so. Alex gets her to open up, and she reveals two key things. One, Jeremy is J.J. Devereaux's cousin. That immediately slots him into the core family web. Horton Devereaux. He has connections.
And the second thing?
More personally troubling for Stefano. She reveals details about a creep she used to date. The implication is strong. Jeremy's return is tied to some painful, maybe dangerous past relationship she thought was over.
Ah, so it's personal history coming back to bite her.
Exactly. And that fear becomes the driving force in week 2. Because wouldn't you know it, Alex and Stephanie decide to properly settle in together. They're happy.
Which is the kiss of death for any new couple in Salem.
Pretty much. Their newfound bliss is immediately flagged as facing major roadblocks and drama. And you can vet those roadblocks have Jeremy Horton's name all over them.
How does the conflict start?
It escalates quickly. Jeremy confronts Stephanie directly about the book, something she wrote.
The book. What book?
We don't get specifics, but based on Stephanie's background, PR, maybe corporate dealings, her past dating life, it likely contains sensitive info, maybe damaging secrets about companies or people, possibly Jeremy himself. He's clearly trying to use this past book to gain leverage, maybe silence her.
And how does Jeremy present himself in this confrontation? Mr. Reformed.
Oh, absolutely. Follows the classic villain script to a T. He claims he's not the monster he was before. Swears he's totally a changed man.
And we believe him.
Given the source calling him a supremely bad guy, not for a second. The listener should assume this is completely false. It's just a smokescreen for whatever his real, probably destructive agenda is. He's back to manipulate, not make amends.
Okay, that's a major threat bubbling up. Is there anything else happening on the more political or corporate side?
Yes. Separately, but also on Friday, October 3rd, Paulina Price apparently has some harsh things to say to EJ.
Paulina versus EJ, that's always fireworks.
Right. It suggests that the chaos from the blackout, maybe EJ's deal with Stephanie for the clinic, has created some kind of opening, an opportunity for Paulina to challenge EJ publicly, maybe question his corporate power or ethics. The political chessboard is never quiet for long.
Definitely not. Okay, that covers the big power plays and returns. What about the lingering threads, part 5? Lingering tensions and connections.
Exactly. These are maybe smaller moments in these 2 weeks, but they're like sharp little edges that could cut into future storylines. They show how conflicts just keep simmering and spreading in Salem.
Oh, it's first.
We see some professional friction boiling over. September 30th. There's a run-in between Theo Carver and J.J. Devereaux.
Theo and JJ, what's their beef?
JJ is seriously unhappy because Theo apparently went and talked to Jada Hunter about the shooting incident.
Okay, need context on this shooting incident.
It likely refers to a past situation where JJ, as a cop, used his weapon. Maybe it was controversial, maybe someone got hurt. Theo going to Jada, who's also connected to law enforcement, suggests he's deliberately bringing up JJ's past troubles.
Trying to cause problems for him on the force.
That's the implication. Trying to leverage this past incident to get JJ disciplined, maybe even kicked off the force entirely. It feels like ongoing professional sabotage, probably rooted in some deeper animosity between them.
Okay, so police department drama. What else?
Jada's busy connecting threads elsewhere, too. She gives Paulina an update. Most likely, this is related to the official investigation into the blackout fallout security issues, specific incidents like maybe Leo finding Gwen trapped near the lab. It shows that while the personal dramas are exploding, the official wheels are turning too. The police are tracking the logistical mess.
Right, the practical consequences.
And just circling back to relationships quickly, we get confirmation that Xander and Sarah's couples therapy. It's scheduled to start very soon.
So that blackout intimacy they shared.
Is about to be put under the microscope in a controlled therapeutic setting, which almost guarantees more drama, more revelations about why they probably shouldn't be together in the first place. Their fundamental issues are about to get a spotlight.
Never a dull moment. Okay, as we wrap up this incredibly dense 2-week period, let's just quickly recap the absolute biggest escalations, the 3 things set to really define week 2, the time bombs ready to go off.
Okay, first, Rachel's behavior. Her downward trajectory is undeniable. Her erratic actions leading towards that baby Bayview wing signal a deep, ongoing crisis for the Black family. It's not going away quickly.
Second.
Kat's ISA cover. Those sly questions about remodeling plans, they're not innocent. They put her, and by extension Chad, directly in the path of whatever dangerous game is being played with that secret lab. That whole romance is now seriously fragile because her secret mission could blow up any second.
And the third major escalation.
The immense strain on Chanel and Johnny's marriage, it's a double hit. First, the crushing heartbreak over the adoption falling through. Then, immediately after, this insidious threat from the inappropriate photo Sophia sent framing Holly. And if Johnny does lose his professor job over it, that marriage might just shatter.
Wow, okay. That is just an incredible amount of chaos packed into 2 weeks. It hits every single Salem institution, doesn't it? The university, the police, DiMera Enterprises, the hospital, family legacy.
Everything's connected, everything's unstable.
We really hope that walking through this dense roadmap has given you, the listener, the context you need, the insight behind all these spoilers that are flying around. You should be officially, thoroughly up to speed now.
And maybe just one final provocative thought to leave you with, pulling from everything we've seen in these sources. The entire 2 weeks, really it all hinges on secrets, multiple overlapping secrets. But the real danger seems to come from the characters pretending they're something they're not.
Right. Like who?
Well, you've got Kat hiding her entire identity as an ISA agent while building a life with Chad. You've got Jeremy Horton swaggering back into town claiming he's a changed man, even though the sources label him a supremely bad guy.
And Sophia.
And Sophia, absolutely. Hiding this extreme, calculated manipulation of Holly behind, what? A mask of simple college rivalry? It's way beyond that.
So if all these secrets, these false fronts, are basically holding Salem together.
What happens next time? What happens when the next massive crisis hits another blackout, another disaster, and it strips away all these carefully built facades all at once? What's left?
Absolute, total destabilization.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, is where the best soap opera drama always comes from.
Exactly.
Okay, that is definitely all the time we have for this deep dive. We hope you feel completely informed, maybe a little entertained by untangling all these plot threads. We will catch you next time.